Hi friends, Suzanne here. Welcome to another Wildcard Wednesday video on my YouTube channel and blog. For today's project, I am featuring the Thankful Garden stamp set, the 3D plaid embossing folder, a last chance item called Something Fancy Dies, and I'm also going to feature some paper called Lovely Garden. This is my trimmer. This is the paper called Lovely Garden. It is 4x12. I'm going to score it in my trimmer at 2 and 7.5. This is going to be a pattern paper forward card. So, and you can get this paper. I will put all the links in the description box below. There's only one item that I don't have that is currently unavailable, and I'll tell you about that in a second. So I'm going to fold my score lines and burnish them gently with my bone folder. The next piece that we're going to work on is a piece of basic white, and it's for the inside of the card. It is sized 3.5 inches tall and 5 inches wide. I have a blending brush here, and that's Daffodil Delight ink. I am very softly softening this white. So the white was too stark, although white is in the paper, but there's this Daffodil Delight sort of running through this beautiful paper. So I'm mimicking that. So here I ink up my stamp that has this beautiful flower on it, but I don't like the petals green. So I have a sort of a dried up, somewhat slightly wet baby wipe on my desk. I use it to clean my desk as much as I can. And so I just took the damp-ish cloth and remove some ink and then put Daffodil Delight on top. So you can take a look at the results. It worked out really well. Two-tone stamping on one large stamp. So look at me. This is the inside of the card. I'm not going to have to write a big long sentiment. One other thing that I really like is spritzing with my marker. So here is Daffodil Delight marker on the felt nib. I flick it in the lid and I create sort of this ethereal splatter. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like bokeh or something like that, bouquet or whatever, however you want to pronounce it. I feel like it gives a summery feel. So again, this piece of paper is 3.5 by 5, and I wanted to make sure that it looked even in the paper. So there are lines in this paper, and I just lined it up with the lines. So I wasn't trying to be too perfect, but it does look even. So moving on, we have a piece of basic white that is 4 1/8 tall and 3 1/8 wide. This piece, the garden green, has been embossed, and that is 4 inches tall and 3 inches wide. I am just touching it up a little bit with the ink, just so you can see how really nice actually just ink blending on cardstock actually is. It gives a depth of color that you wouldn't normally get. That is a non-porous surface that I'm working on. It's just a laminated piece of paper, and I'm going to do the same here with the basic white to tone it down just a little bit. I bet you that the Very Vanilla would work nicely as well. So I'm showing you the dies that you get that are last chance. The stamp set is no longer, but the dies you can still get. And holy cow, there's a lot of layering dies that are in very nice shapes. So I would suggest picking that up before the supplies run out. So one tip I can give you is using your adhesive on the very edges of this cardstock, because it has been embossed and inked, and it's possible that it could bow up. So one of the things that I do is make sure that adhesive is all along the corners. So let's start putting things together. I have a ruler here, and I'm going to mark off the, oh, hang on, that's not what's happening yet. We are going to stamp Thankful for You, Friend, and with the sentiment. And then I'm going to stamp off once with that little leaf and just make a fainter leaf on that image, or for that image. So I put 3 little leaves, just varying sizes, and it's just adding a little extra to that top of the card. All right, now here's my ruler. We have 3 1/8, so I'm sort of picking the center. And then this is the product that is not orderable right now. It's part of a bundle. I'm not even going to really mention it. Any hole punch would do, or a slit with your take your pick tool would work as well. We're going to feed a ribbon through. But I'm putting adhesive on 1/4 of that paper. I'm going to stick it on the smaller flap so that it becomes sort of the middle part of the card. And then I'm going to come in with ribbon. So that is a basic beige ribbon. It does go nicely. It's a very nice neutral. Couldn't tell you how much it is, like how long it is, maybe 20 inches possibly. I just grabbed it and snipped it. So I have dimensionals on the top and bottom of that sentiment so that the ribbon can go freely, move freely as I need it. And I, of course, need to tie a bow.
2 hours later.
You know, with me, tying a bow is a little bit more difficult than it seems. I trimmed off the ends, and I'm going to add, for some amazing new embellishments, these are called shades of green. And this is kind of like a granny apple green, but it does go so well with both yellow and that garden green. So I used that. And you guys, stay tuned. We got a bonus here in a minute. We're going to make the envelope. So the envelope is, the paper that we are using is 6 3/4 by 9 1/4. And I am scoring on each side. So on the short side, we scored 1/2 inch on both sides. And on the long side, we're going to score at 3 and 7 1/4. So you are going, and then we're going to fold it very carefully. So this is the envelope, and it's amazing that we can make envelopes with designer series paper. I do have a quick video on my Facebook page. If you wanted to join me there, look under the video section, because there's another video there that shares how to make envelopes for any size envelope, or for any size card. So it's a good one to watch. I don't think I shared it ever on YouTube, but it's on my Facebook page. Come and join me there. Okay, so anyway, we're trimming away that 1/2 inch side of the page on the top and on the bottom. So basically the shorter piece, that shorter piece that I'm working on right now, that's going to be the flap of the envelope. The bigger piece is the actual envelope itself. So make sure, if you're using a directional designer series paper or pattern paper, that you are aware of that, so that the flaps don't look weird. So I'm putting adhesive just along the bottom, right from bottom down, and just on the bigger, wider piece. Then I'm going to close my envelope, and there you are. So in case I cut that paper at all, which wrongly, or there's a little extra, I'm just going to take my paper, my scissors, and I'm just going to snip off that little extra piece of paper. And I can feel it. Like if you take your finger and you can run your finger along, you can feel that there was something left over. And one of the things that I'm going to do is just make these I don't know, inside flaps just a little bit easier for me to get the card into the envelope. So I just took my paper snips and just sort of made a bit of a deeper trim. And then I'm going to put on the outside, just another label. If you're going to send this in the mail, you might want to use glue for the label, or actually use a label that is sticky, a sticky label like a Dymo label or whatever. And I did actually just breathe on that stamp, and I got a residual leaf. So that is my card for today. You can see all the supplies I used today listed in below in the video see more section on YouTube, or in the supply section of my blog post. And those fast links are going to take you to my Canadian online store, where I would love to meet you and earn your business. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, for all the comments you leave, for the thumbs up and all the YouTube-y things. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider it, as it really helps my small channel grow. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.